Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Sam and welcome back to Lone Wolf Media. Today we're taking a look at my favorite desk lamp that I use for studying that takes up no desk space and doesn't leave any glare on your monitor. Let's get right into it. Now before we get into the unboxing of the light, I want to give you guys a few key features of why I chose this lamp instead of something else. And it comes down to these three key reasons: lighting, space saving, and anti-screen glare. When it comes to getting a lamp that I needed something that would save space on my table. Although I do have about 8 or 10 feet worth of table, most of it is consumed by different types of electronics like printers, the computer itself, the monitor, and the coffee maker. And so it was really important for me to have space for other things that I would need, as well as keeping it clean. Besides that, I also didn't want it to take other types of space, as when I wanted to reach something, I didn't want it to be in the way. So having it take as little space as possible was really important. But I did not want to sacrifice brightness. Although I wanted it to take up less space, I didn't want it to give off less light. And so brightness was a really crucial factor for me. And this was a no-brainer. It was super bright and had 3 different warmth settings that will allow me to change between warm orange or cool white, or just in between, which is neutral, and my favorite setting. That being said, the final feature was anti-glare. I didn't want it to give off a glare on my screen, and this doesn't. Compared to other lights that I've tried out before, they would leave some sort of a glare on the screen, causing for it to damage or hurt my eyes while I'm doing my work. But this light just doesn't get in the way of the screen. No matter how I tilt it, unless it's probably towards the monitor, it doesn't cause any glare. And so this was perfect for me, because while I'm getting my work done on paper, I'm also getting my work done on my computer. And so having that multi-directional use was crucial and important. That being said, when the light is directly on the table, obviously your electronics like your iPads or phones will have glare on them, but it's pretty minimal, and I've been okay with it since I don't usually use my iPad with the light on. Overall, this light fit all 3 criteria perfectly and was under $50, so I just had to snag it up. For $40, I get all these features, and it takes up less space, and it looks minimalistic. It was a no-brainer. Now I was able to pull out my monitor just to show you guys how I routed the cable, so you guys can get some inspiration for that as well. As you guys can see, I first routed it through the top, bringing it to the bottom, giving it a little bit of slack there. And then I was able to route it through this little zip tie holder, going all the way back down to the button. You guys can see I self-adhesed the button to the back of my monitor, and this gives me easy access whenever I need it to power on and off, as well as change the settings on the light. Overall, this light is amazing. At night, you can see how it lights up my book, as well as my iPad. Now, you can see there is a bit of a glare on the iPad, like I was talking about, but it is still amazing. I don't usually use my iPad at night, but if I do, it doesn't make that big of a difference, and I can always put my iPad at an angle. You can take a look at how the difference is. Without this light, there is no light whatsoever. But when you turn it on completely, you can see the impeccable difference on the book. Now we're going to take a look at the various warmth settings. So right now we have it on complete warmth. This is probably the best way to study or to use it at night, because it doesn't strain your eyes as much, and it is more natural night lighting. Right after that, we're going to have complete white. If this is something that you like or something that you need because maybe you're drawing or doing something like that and you need a good white balance, this works as well. And then of course we have my favorite, which is the intermediate. This is the perfect balance between white and orange, and it is the one that I use on a daily basis. It utilizes both the orange light and the white light to give off this perfect radiance. Now you can see how a little light, such as this one that's mounted to the top of my monitor, gives us so much light and ambience in our room, and besides that, saves us a ton of space where I'm able to fit a phone as well as a little bottle of hand sanitizer, since we are in the coronavirus period. Comparatively speaking, you would have something like this, or maybe a bit smaller, but definitely similar, sitting on your table, causing a ruckus and taking up way too much space. Now this is a nice lamp, but it's not as bright, it's not LED, and well, it causes glare. It's just not a great lamp overall, whereas this one doesn't take up much space. As a matter of fact, doesn't take up any space, and it kind of looks really dope. Anyways, guys, that pretty much wraps it up. If you guys like the item, links will be down below to purchase it. Like I said, there are 2 color variants, and I will try my best to leave both of them down below. But overall, this lamp is probably the best one I was able to find. It takes up no desk space, and of course, it doesn't leave any glare on your monitor, and it has multiple settings, which is the best part about it. It helps me with my daily tasks as well as studying, and I love it for that reason, and that's why I wanted to share it with you. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Just the sheer amount of surface area that this takes up on the table. I mean, I used to have a phone here, but come on, man.